Good to have you here.
Yeah, it's a privilege.
Please, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, my name is Ajibo Ikechukwu Godspower. I'm a visual artist, a mixed media artist to be precise. I love to work with texture. I'm from Ebonyi State. I'm an Igbo. My work actually portrays our cultural folklores, and my love for texture is number one. I would say that's part of my strong point, that I love to, use to work.
Awesome. Can you tell us about your works yet?
Yeah, this work is titled Daily Bread. When you say daily bread, it doesn't really mean about what you eat. In general, it can be, your rent, your daily upkeep, clothing, and all sorts of in general. Then the other one, which I titled Ayo. So it's an intellectual game, between two people. Well, I try to dive or juxtapose that using our cultural folklores, whereby you see the traditional attires, being used. Then I try to, relate it with life, in general. Life is a, lose or win game. At times you win it big, at times you don't. So it should even keep you more, going more and more in whatever what you're doing in life. I use lace. I use different materials, most especially, any material I find I think I can, use sponge, sawdust, tissue, but mostly lace because I love the feel it gives me. Then whenever I'm using it to do my work, I don't like to struggle with it. Fine, I had my visual, that I'm trying to portray, but at the same time, I try to, let the lace speak to me. Sure, you understand? So there are some changes in my sketches, whatever. So I try to vibe with the pattern or whatever word the lace is giving me and I'm seeing. So I don't like to struggle with my work most times. So I just allow the energy, in me to flow with the work.
That's amazing. How long does it take to make, on an average, each of these pieces?
Wow, I would say, literally, I will use 2-3 months. Why? Because why I say that is I'm calculating the mental process, I use more of texture and that's my main background. Like that's the foundation. Before the work, I already finished the work in my head already. So the main thing is how I'm going to, just oppose my material usage and everything. I don't just lay materials. I try to look at my visuals combined to what material I have on ground. So not every material I use different materials for different subjects, So just trying to, vibe with whatever what I'm doing. So I don't just space materials. So that is the foundation to me. Before the painting is not even the problem for me, So, wherever I'm doing other things too, I tend to always think and try to digest whatever what I want to do. So before I go out to the canvas to apply, I already finished the work in my head.
Awesome. What message would you like the world to get when looking at your work?
Yeah, I want them to, when they see my work, they see Christ in my work. They see love, family, nature. These are stuff that really drives my work going. Our everyday life, and being thankful for whatever word that you have. Being contented most especially, and live a good life. Be happy no matter what that you have. Just be happy and be prayerful.